Finance thrives when your choices reflect reality rather than emotion, pride, or fear. Most errors occur when confusion, anxiety, distraction, or excitement lead to hasty decisions. Embracing simplicity is crucial, as fewer complexities promote consistent actions, especially in stressful situations. The aim is not to be clever, but to establish a repeatable process that helps prevent self-sabotage. This process starts with identifying what you can control versus what is outside of your control. Even when you can't control results, you can influence your actions, establish rules, and develop review practices. Clear guidelines help to align your expectations with your actual returns, narrowing the gap. Every rule should be straightforward to explain in plain language without the need for complicated justifications. Begin by eliminating any factors that complicate decision-making or create unnecessary pressure or noise. This video is inspired by insights from The Behavior Gap by Carl Richards. Be sure to subscribe for clearer, simpler decision-making principles. The behavior gap highlights the difference between expected investment returns and those investors actually experience. This gap widens when decisions to buy and sell are driven by emotions rather than a well-prepared plan. Rising prices often trigger excitement, leading to purchases at levels higher than originally planned. Conversely, falling prices can instigate fear, prompting sales after losses have already occurred. This cycle persists because our brains crave relief, certainty, and validation from others during times of uncertainty. While you can't eliminate emotions, you can establish measures to prevent them from dictating your trading decisions. Implementing automatic contributions, rebalancing rules, and designated waiting periods can curb impulsive actions, clearly define what prompts action and what encourages the discipline to remain steady and not act. A solid investment plan should anticipate discomfort and include strategies to keep you invested despite it. The objective isn't to time the market perfectly, but to maintain consistent behavior that avoids the buy high, sell low trap. There isn't a one-size-fits-all investment. Each decision must balance risk, return, and your personal comfort level. Stop chasing ideal solutions. Instead, opt for practical compromises you can adhere to across various situations. Use the overnight test. Imagine if everything turned to cash, then consider what you would repurchase today. If you wouldn't recreate your current portfolio, document your reasoning and decide on changes that align with your goals. Ask yourself 3 questions about confidence. What if you are correct? What if you're mistaken? Have you been wrong before? Familiar investments can stay in place due to inertia, even if their initial justification has been forgotten. Regular reviews require effort, but are essential to ensure your choices align with your evolving goals and current risks. Selling decisions you face can feel more complicated when they are influenced by taxes, regret, or pride, rather than the facts. Establishing a clear written rule helps by curbing impulsive reactions when faced with conflicting headlines and opinions. Enhanced decision-making stems from humility, well-formed questions, and adhering to a written guideline. While valuable, advice often reflects someone else's priorities, risks, and timeline, so weigh it carefully. Approach forecasts with caution. Remember that predictions are merely educated guesses in an unpredictable future. Rather than seeking every opinion, concentrate on a handful of actionable steps that yield long-term results. An overload of information can heighten anxiety and trigger urgent changes that may not be necessary. Limit your sources of information to those that genuinely assist in decision-making, steering clear of those that heighten emotional turmoil or urgency. Implement a straightforward checklist for any changes, considering aspects such as purpose, costs, taxes, and practical outcomes. Introduce a delay rule to prevent any trades on days marked by intense fear or excitement. Schedule regular reviews of your decisions, rather than reacting to every new headline or comment that arises. Consistent and quiet progress often outperforms constant tweaking when aiming for lifelong achievements. Develop a simple filter for your decisions to minimize the influence of headlines that drive change. Align your financial objectives with your life goals for optimal impact, ensuring one doesn't overshadow the other. Start by defining what you want to include in your daily life and what you wish to avoid. Next, align your saving, budgeting, and investing strategies with these established goals and values. Recognize that money is a powerful tool that can facilitate your goals, but it doesn't determine them for you. frequently ask yourself 3 essential questions. What do you want? What are you doing? And why are you doing it? These answers clarify your trade-offs and lessen the temptation to compare your choices to others. Once your goals are clear, select a plan that aligns with your comfort level for managing fear and greed. Incorporate ranges, buffers, and defined rules into your saving, spending, and investing strategies. Measure your progress through consistency and alignment rather than by seeking short-term accolades or trending stories. Your plan becomes more manageable when each action connects clearly to a goal you can articulate in a single sentence. Remember that a written plan isn't the end goal, as real life rarely unfolds as we expect. The process of planning is the core goal, as it prepares you to make decisions based on current realities and what you can control. Since money decisions are inherently emotional, ensure that your planning incorporates safeguards against the swings of fear and greed. Choose a strategy that addresses either fear or greed, but avoid toggling between the two, as it can lead to inconsistency. Create specific rules for buying, selling, and standing still, then commit them to writing. Develop moments for review that focus on your behaviours rather than just the outcomes, since outcomes are never entirely within our control. When stress increases, revisit your guiding principles and ascertain if the original reasons still apply. Minor adjustments can be beneficial, but constant changes often lead to the same emotional pitfalls. Keep the decision-making process straightforward, even when following it feels tough amid uncertainty. This approach fosters continuous planning, keeps emotions in check, and simplifies future decision-making. You hold responsibility for your actions, even if outcomes are uncertain and beyond your control. Responsibility involves making choices that align with your goals, while accepting uncertainty without succumbing to panic decisions. Simple guidelines are effective because they are easier to adhere to when emotions run high and focus is limited. Limit the number of accounts, funds, and changes to maintain a manageable system. Concentrate on increasing savings, reducing expenses, diversifying investments, and avoiding drastic shifts. Regularly reassess your goals, update relevant figures, and make gradual adjustments instead of seeking certainty in every new forecast. When discussing finances with family, emphasize values and trade-offs, recognizing that money conversations often reflect deeper needs. Productive discussions start with active listening, addressing fears, and collaboratively deciding the next steps that everyone can accept. Simplicity is challenging, but it becomes easier with practice, repetition, and adherence to a trustworthy plan. Subscribe to ensure you keep these ideas straightforward, practical, and repeatable, helping you maintain steady behavior in turbulent markets.